Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by Oakland & Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South Fair Street right here in Jesup.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. We got guests in the studio and guests in the green room. So, Bob, let's go ahead and start with our first guest. Who do we have?
We got in the studio School Superintendent Dr. Sean Kelly. Last night, the school board passed a resolution. Again, it's time, soon be time to vote on the continuation of the ESPLOST resolution, 1 cent penny tax for education. They talked last night about the two top priority projects, the new ROTC building and new agriculture center, and some other items as well. Dr. Kelly, I always appreciate you being here on the show. You requested the time, so I'll turn it over to you.
Well, we certainly do appreciate the Butch and Bob Show always being very accommodating and allowing us to come on the show, and your support of education and the students and the teachers of Wayne County. Last night, our Board of Education approved the resolution for our next SPLOST. The current SPLOST comes to conclusion around June of 2024. So the new SPLOST would start in July of 2024. But we wanted to go ahead and start the process and begin asking the voters to continue their gracious support of the school system. We're gonna ask them to come to the polls on March the 21st of 2023 to hopefully cast their vote, at a special called election to continue the 1 cent sales tax that we currently have right now. And we wanted to start the process. We wanted to get out there and wanted to make ourselves available, kind of wanted to give our community information about what it is that we want to do and what we're asking them to do, and just make sure that, we have information out there that that's true and accurate. It's not anything new. This is a continuation of what most school systems do to help support, the students in their school system and in their buildings. It in no way impacts property taxes. It doesn't affect the millage rate. It is basically what we think is one of the most fairest ways to generate revenue. Everybody that spends $1 in Wayne County will donate a penny to our SPLOST and help us pay for facilities and buses and technology and renovations and repairs and all the things that we do to try to, make sure our kids have the greatest school system in the Southeast. So we're excited. The board has approved a resolution that specifically lists an ROTC facility and an agricultural education facility. So those two things will be required if our citizens are gracious enough to pass the SPLOST and continue that penny sales tax. And then we'll also look at athletic facilities. We'll look at either renovations to the current JC Stadium or maybe doing something across the street from the high school. But we'll also purchase buses and equipment and textbooks and technology and do all the things that we normally do that SPLOST affords us. You mentioned it's going to be in March. Is that just a one-day vote, or it won't be 3 weeks of early voting? I think it will be early voting.
I
have reached out to Judge Thornton, and seeked her approval to do this, and she granted us approval to request this, and I think there will be early voting. But again, I'm not the expert. I believe she said there would be, but that would be her decision, and that will be advertised.
We'll check with Tammy. Mm-hmm. You mentioned last night, you looked for bids on, you mentioned the athletic facilities renovation or a brand new stadium. I think last night the quote for the new stadium was $18 million. Renovation was $9 million. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So what we did is we try to be as educated as possible when we bring things before the public, and we've reached out to our architects and engineers to kind of get an estimate of what it would take to build the facilities that we're asking our community to support, and we asked them to go high and to give us some estimates on what we would consider to be elite facilities, and we can always scale things back a little bit, but we don't want to end up in another situation where we're spending more money than we anticipated. So we're looking at approximately about $11 million for the ag facility. We think we can build it for much less, but we want to make sure that we shoot for the moon.
You have the locations of these buildings?
Well, we have 72 acres across the street from the high school.
Going across the street.
Well, I think what we would prefer to do, and there would have to be some extensive study, but there is some property between the new track and the new church on the school side of the road, and so we would probably like to go there with the ag facility if we could, because I'm not a big fan of our kids having to cross Joey Williamson, But so I think we may have that. We would like to build the ROTC facility on our current campus, connected to one of the hallways or in between one of the hallways. So those will be some things that we'll look at. But I don't think space is going to be an issue for us.
Explain why those two projects are the top priority projects.
The ROTC
it's been in the works for a lot of people that may not understand why those are the two top priorities.
So from what I understand, whenever you have an ROTC program, which I am a huge fan of, you have an agreement with whatever branch of service, that is. And so for us, it's Army. And our agreement, from what I understand, many years ago was that we would construct or provide a facility that's appropriate for their curriculum and the things that they do. And we have not been able to do that yet. Right now, they're in portables, and that's just not acceptable. So that's one of the first priorities, is to build them a facility, because, one, we agreed to do that when they allowed us to have the program and to bring the program back. And then the ag facility, I understand, is something that has been a desire of this community for a long time. In our area, our kids are, a lot of our kids are involved in the ag industry in whatever aspect that may be. And just riding around Wayne County, you see, agriculture is huge, for us, for our economy and for our communities. And so, there's a lot of things that we can offer our students with an ag facility. And from what I understand, it's something that has been a desire of the community for a long time. Everyone I talked to when we started having conversations about what we wanted to do in the ESPLOST, it was ROTC and ag, ROTC and ag. A lot of people, want to address athletic facilities, and I think we'll do that. But clearly, the ag facility and the ROTC facility were the two things that kept coming up when we were having discussions.
And if the voters vote the continuation of the ESPLOST, I believe you said it's 5 years, $30 million. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So we work, we try very hard not to do anything by chance. And so we've done a lot of research. We're working with a firm that their sole purpose is to help design ESPLOST and the funding and the financials of the ESPLOST. And we feel very confident that we can generate at least $30 million with this 5-year ESPLOST. We will probably seek to issue bonds in the amount of $20 million. Mr. Aldridge, our CFO, and the financial advisors that we're working with feel very comfortable that our sales receipts and our history of sales receipt will support that bond payment and the interest payment with no problem.
So now it's just a matter of getting out and selling it to the public.
So what we're going to do is, as soon as we get back from the break, from the Christmas break, we want to talk to anybody that wants to listen. Anybody that wants to call or email me, we want to get in front of as many folks as possible, because we want everyone to understand that, this is really a great thing for our school system. Whenever we travel to Appling, to Glenn, to Long, to Liberty, to Bryan counties, we're supporting their ESPLOST when we spend monies inside their county boundaries. We think they should, support our ESPLOST when they come see us, and for all the things that we do in Wayne County. And 80 to 85% of our regular budget goes to human capital, goes to paying teachers. And so the ESPLOST allows us to provide our kids with all the things that they deserve when it comes to facilities and technology and transportation and those kind of things. And again, it's something most school systems do. We've been doing it for a long time, and it's just a continuation of what we're already doing.
We appreciate you coming in and letting everybody know what's taking place. One other school note, the dedication of the track has been pushed to Monday due to bad weather tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. It's been pushed to Monday at 4 o'clock, I believe. One, to try to accommodate more people coming and participating in that event, and because we think there's going to be bad weather tomorrow and there's been other things canceled, so we're trying to be a little proactive.
And one more thing, going back to the ESPLOST, we mentioned the projects, but it's other things like school buses, technology, maintenance. The money's going to be spread out.
Yes, and so all of our students will benefit from this. From pre-K all the way through the 12th grade. Whenever it's hot in Jesup. I've learned that very quickly. And whenever an air conditioner goes down, those things are very expensive. SPLOST money helps pay for those repairs. The things. Our county is the 8th largest in the state, and it takes a lot of school buses to go out and get those kids from all throughout our county. So, our goal is to have every kid be able to ride on an air-conditioned bus. SPLOST pays for that. It pays for, facilities. It pays for equipment. It pays for parking lots, renovations, remodeling, technology, all the computers and all the boards that you see in the classrooms that kids use for various reasons, or a lot of that's bought through SPLOST. And so, just anything and everything that we can do to better our school system, especially facility-wise, is paid for mostly through SPLOST.
Okay. Well, again, we appreciate you being on the show. Again, you're always welcome to come in. I said I'm sure we'll have you in many times between now and the vote. The vote's going to take place in March of 2023.
Yes,
correct?
sir. March the 21st of 2023.
And the current SPLOST runs out in June of 2024, and the new one kicks in July of 2024. But you have to vote in 2023 in order to keep it continuing.
Yes. We have to get it. The citizens have to approve it well before it happens. A lot of legal reasons, but also so that we can make sure that we have things in place and that we're ready to go as soon as that time comes. And we hope to jump on those first two projects. My goal is to build them both at the same time, as soon as we can in July of 2024.
Okay. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
Appreciate it.
See you, Dr. Kelly. All right, 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. Another guest coming on here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Stay tuned.
South Georgia weather.
Here's your WIFO forecast. We're cloudy, slight chance of showers this morning, then a 40% chance of afternoon showers, highs upper 60s. Showers are likely this evening, then showers, slight chance of thunderstorms late night, upper 50s. Monday, mostly cloudy, then clearing late, with showers likely, chance of early thunder, highs upper 60s. Georgia Chief Meteorologist John Weatherby in the Georgia 811 Weather Center. Contact 811 before you dig.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
And we continue on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. We got Carl in here. Carl, how you doing?
Doing good.
Let me get your mic on here. There we go.
Doing good.
Doing good. Carl, I keep forgetting your last name. I'm sorry.
Mallard.
Mallard, that's what I thought.
Yes, sir.
And y'all are doing something with the American Legion, okay? Y'all being...
Jesup Bingo.
Jesup Bingo. Is doing something with American Legion, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Carl, tell us about it.
We're doing a prize payout game with American Legion. American Legion has took over sponsorship this year. And we're doing a prize payout on December 17th, where we
And
don't.
what's the prize payout?
We're not paying out cash. It's going to be family fun. We're giving out prizes.
Oh, okay.
We got a 50-inch Samsung TV is planning on being a jackpot.
Okay.
It's going to be 15 games is what we're planning, about a 3-hour program.
And how's American Legion involved with this? What do they get out of it?
They're our sponsor for the bingo.
Okay. And they receive benefits from the
Yes,
bingo?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
They receive all the profits.
All right. And so they use it for the different things they do for the
Yes,
for
sir.
the veterans and,
Yes, sir.
and so forth. And so once again, this event's going to be a when?
December 17th at 6 o'clock.
Okay. And so how do people to participate in this? What can they expect when they come to it?
We're doing 15 games. We're going to do some raffles. Going to split it up into a 3-hour session with a couple breaks. We'll have snacks and drinks on hand.
Okay. All right. So they come to, tell us, folks, where Jesup Bingo is located.
125 Sunset Boulevard, next to Circle K, Mr. J's old restaurant.
Right. And so you go there and you get there at 6 o'clock and you buy bingo cards. How does all this
Yes,
work?
sir. You
tell us-
we have a 15-game package.
Just pretend that I'm walking through the door for the first time. I have no idea what's going on. What would you tell somebody?
You would just walk up and we'll explain to you. We have a payout guide. 15-game package, and we'll help you find a seat.
Okay. And you play, and you're going to have 15 different bingo
15
games. Now, is it
Each
different
game
types
is,
of bingo?
Each game's different ways. We'll play letter X. We'll play regular bingo. I'm going to try to keep it simple because we have a lot of kids and a lot of new people in here.
Okay. And if a person happens to yell out bingo, they get the bingo first. They win a prize.
We'll verify it and we'll win a prize. As the night goes on, the prizes will get bigger. We got a lot of prizes. We got plenty of prizes.
Lots of prizes, and how much is it to participate in this bingo event?
Kids under 10 is a $10 package. Adults will be a $20 package.
So 10 and up.
Yep.
is
Every
20.
kid under 12 will get a free raffle ticket.
Okay. And so it's $20 for adults.
Yes, sir.
Under 10
And you
is
can buy as many
$10.
packages as you like.
And you can have several cards in front
Yes,
if you
sir.
like.
Yes, sir.
You can keep up with it.
Yep. Each card is color coded. You'll
Okay.
have 15 different color cards.
So you sit there. How long does this event usually take?
We're planning 3 hours.
3 hours from the
On
first
this
bingo
event.
game to the last bingo
Our regular
game?
games normally last about 2 hours and 15 minutes on a Tuesday night.
Okay. And this begins at 6 o'clock. And what day of the week you said? Next
Saturday, this Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday, starting at 6 p.m. So it's a Saturday evening. You can go there and just have a bunch of fun and have a good time there
Yes.
playing bingo and trying to win some great prizes.
This is an event we've done every year, and it's always been a good success, and we're trying to continue with it.
Okay. And just invite folks to go. We didn't have anybody here from American Legion, but they are the sponsor on this, and they receive the profits from it to help veterans. So when you're playing bingo this coming Saturday night at Jesup Bingo there on Sunset Boulevard, you're helping the veterans out, helping American Legion.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else, Carl?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
You good? Well, you have a most wonderful day.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. And we'll continue on with the world-famous Butch and Bob show here. And thanks for the drinks, Carl. Really appreciate it. Okay. You know, that was just terrible news about Hugh Freeze. I mean, just 61 years old.
Mike Leach, not Hugh Freeze.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mike Leach. I'm
Leach.
thinking of, the newest coach. So, Mike.
And Mississippi State coach Mike Leach suffered that heart attack. It's kind of a warning sign. When you start feeling bad, you need to go see a doctor. He told people he was at practice, he wasn't feeling well. He talked about he suffered, he was going through pneumonia, but he just wanted to go get treated, and he wound up having a heart attack on Sunday and just didn't pull through. But they've been showing the interviews. I mean, this guy was just comical. I mean,
yeah, he was. His interviews were hilarious.
He was like a stand-up comedian. The latest was Alyssa Lang, ESPN reporter, telling him she's about to get married. Did he have any marriage advice? And he goes on this 5-10 minute speech about she needs to elope, and he offered his kids $10,000 if they'd elope because it's a lot cheaper. And there's that interview where he talks about Halloween candy and how he hates candy. I mean, this guy was just unique.
He was a character.
I mean, he was entertaining to go cover. So everybody that's covered him just talked about how refreshing it was to go in. Most coaches are just kind of monotone, boring. Just stick to it. But this guy he always had something comical to talk about. But just a sad story, 61 years of age, and
Mississippi State coach Mike Leach.
But they're doing a lot of tributes to him. Just
well, you know how us guys are. We think that we can, we're man enough to overcome anything. So
but
if you start feeling bad, go to the doctor.
That's what I'm saying. It's just people need to heed that advice. When you start feeling bad, you need to go seek some medical treatment, some help. So he didn't do it, and you just don't know.
You don't know. Yep, you just don't know.
And last night at the board meeting, they recognized Scott White for all the work he did helping Coach Parker that night. It was nice to see him recognized. But like I said, Coach Parker sent that letter thanking everybody because basically his life was saved due to the fact that he had that medical advice and treatment and things like that that night at the stadium. So
yeah, if you're gonna have a heart attack, he had the best place to have one. Doctors there, emergency personnel there, ambulance there, concerned players and coaches and the crowd there.
Scott White's a valuable asset to that school system, especially that athletic department. And he's at all those athletic events, and kids love him, and coaches appreciate what he does.
Okay. And what else is going on, Bob? Anything on your mind this morning? You had a couple of big meetings. You
swearing in ceremonies yesterday.
Had those people sworn in yesterday for County Commissioner Board of Education?
We'll run the interviews with James Thomas and Kevin McCrary tomorrow. So just busy day yesterday with the school board meeting and the swearing in ceremonies. But trying to get everything done for Christmas. Just time's getting here.
Yeah, it is.
It's winding down.
Yeah. We're just a week and a half away from good old St. Nick.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Well, anything else in your mind this morning, Bob?
Can't
that
think
it?
of anything. Yeah.
All right. Well, you have a good day. All right. The world famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO, brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn and Associates.